All right, ladies and gentlemen, watch this helicopter. This is how the accident in the Hudson River just happened. Watch the helicopter come by real close to the other helicopter. There it goes. All right, if you noticed, that helicopter flew right past the other helicopter. I think there's a couple helicopters out there, but they're flying around pretty close to each other. All right, if you notice, another helicopter just flew by real close to the other helicopter. And this is how, if they're not watching their instrumentation or their radar, this is how these accidents occur. You got all these helicopter news, police, just regular people flying around in their own helicopters. And that's how these accidents, if you don't know how to read your radar or your instruments, that's how these accidents happen. But there ain't nothing left of this plane. Whatever it was is no longer. It impacted so hard it just disintegrated. There's nothing left. Let's see if we can find another feed.
We have some breaking news that we have just.
All right, we're going to check this feed out real quick. Let me put it in chat here. There's the feed to this. We're going to check out this real quick.
We have some breaking news that we have in the newsroom now, and what you're looking at are images from Chopper 6 is what we have just confirmed as a small plane crash. It happened just west of I-95 near Glades Road. It appears that's Glades Road, the road that you see going right above the train tracks there. We don't have a lot of information now, but you can see the emergency responders there on the scene responding to what appears, again, to be a small plane that just crashed.
And we're hearing this crash happen roughly 15 to 20 minutes ago. We have been able to see some video on social media, but obviously here you can tell that fire rescue crews arrived on the scene. The white foam you see on the roadway, obviously indicating there was some sort of firefight that took place there at that location. At this point, we are unclear of any injuries reported, how many people might have been on board this plane, but we do know that plane was on its way to the Boca Raton airport nearby.
We do have some information we're just getting in. Again, this happened very recently, and we're working to get as much info as we can. We do know North Military Trail is closed right now between Northwest 19th Street and Butts Road. I-95 overpass at Glades Road, which we're looking at right here, is closed in both the eastbound and westbound lanes. So again, you see some emergency responders there on I-95 eastbound and westbound, but no other cars are getting through right now. So that's going to cause a obviously major situation throughout the day, because we have what appears to be a tragic scene there on Glades Road right there below I-95, where a small plane has crashed about 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. The airport isn't far from there, the Boca Raton airport, just a short distance from where we see this plane crash. We don't have the confirmation as to whether this plane was taking off or heading toward this airport, Obviously, it's a fluid situation, everything happening very, very recently. So getting this confirmed information is tough, but that's what we're working to do right now to try to get you as much info as we can. But again, just take note. If you're heading out right now, or if you have family and friends getting ready to hit the roadways there, I-95 northbound and eastbound at Glades Road is closed right now, as is North Military Trail at 19th Street there in Butts Road. So keep that in mind as you're heading out right now, because this is going to cause obviously a major traffic situation as well.
And for those familiar with this area near Boca Raton at the airport, this is adjacent to Florida Atlantic University. So the stadium, several buildings. Obviously, this will be impacting any traffic going in and out of the school, as there's thousands of students and staff members there as well. Of course, this crash reported roughly 20 to 30 minutes ago. We're seeing dozens of agencies there responding to this location, firefighters on the scene. Initially, we heard there was a fire nearby, and we can tell there was some sort of firefight that took place at this location. We're hearing that portions of Glades Road shut down, Military Trail shut down. Not quite sure if I-95 at this point.
Eastbound those are the two lanes you see above. That's the I-95 overpass that you're looking at. Eastbound and westbound lanes that are closed right now.
Okay, so take the Turnpike or US 1 if you are traveling northbound, southbound this afternoon, I should say, or morning if you're traveling. But again, this is a very serious incident reported near the Boca Raton Airport. A crash taking place less than 20 minutes ago. Also a fire likely right after that crash, closing down I-95 northbound and southbound near Glades and Military Trail. Instead, you're going to want to stick to the Turnpike or US 1 Federal Highway if you're traveling northbound or southbound. As far as this accident, police have confirmed there was a small plane that was involved with this crash. We're not quite sure if there might have been any other vehicles on the roadway when this crash happened. We're still trying to collect information at this time.
Yeah. Again, if you're just joining us right now, we're approaching the 11 o'clock hour. Within the past half hour, we don't have the exact time as to when this plane went down, but there was a small plane that crashed. And this is what you're looking at, just to give you an idea logistically. This is Glades Road, and that's the I-95 overpass that you see going over Glades Road. You see the railroad tracks as well. And that appears to be where that plane crashed. You see the white foam, and you can see some debris there, and you see emergency responders, the vehicles and the personnel there on the ground. You see them up above on I-95, which, by the way, is shut down in both the eastbound and westbound lanes. This is obviously a major, major scene here. So they've shut down both I-95 eastbound and westbound lanes so that their emergency responders can assess that situation, figure out the details of what's going on. As we work to do the same, we want to get you the information as far as the number of people on the plane, the type of plane, where it was coming from, if it was leaving, if it was coming, whether or not it was attempting to land at the Boca Airport. That's all information we don't have at this point. Information we're working to get, and as that comes out, we'll be sure to share that with you. But for right now, you can see emergency responders were able to apparently put that fire out. It looks like there was a fire. You see the white foam there. Much more on this coming up on NBC6 at noon.
Say hello to MotionArray.com. You can take your videos from good to the best and easily be better than the rest.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Another plane crash in Florida. What happened? Who knows? They said it sounded like maybe they couldn't make it to the airport or whatever. But this is going to be happening, folks. I don't know if you folks look at flight patterns of the USA and how many planes are actually flying. And helicopters in America at one time is just phenomenal. So much you could barely see the Google Map Earth. You could barely see the ground in some of these spots. So what's the problem? It's overpopulated. The skies have become overpopulated. The maintenance on these machines are very high priced. And you're bound to have trouble with these many planes flying in America over the skies, and helicopters and military jets and all kinds of stuff. You're bound to have trouble. We're choking ourselves out here in America, which is shocking if you look at some of these other countries. At the flight, the planes over there, they're barely anything. So, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty crazy if you ask me, but we have to prepare for it. We have to prepare for it. Plus, there just ain't enough maintenance people to work on this stuff. And when you don't take care of your machine, eventually it breaks down. And that might be, it could be numerous things why these planes are coming out of the sky. Numerous things. But it's common. People are like, this ain't common. No, we've been having plane crashes since I was born. Since I was born, we've been having plane crashes on this earth. It's common. Nothing is 100% guaranteed, especially when you're flying. Driving a car is hard enough, but now you got to fly a plane and you got hundreds of people on board. And every flight is a risk. They could be the best of the best of the best pilots, but when you got equipment malfunction, then you got problems. There's no 100% guarantee. Well, we hope. And our condolences to any families that were on board there. And it's sad, but it happens. All we could do is pick up the pieces and keep going and strive to be better. I would like to see planes have escape capsules on them. Right? Where literally the whole passenger crew, the whole top of the plane ejects off, and parachutes come out and it floats down to the ground. Well, we're looking at a lot of stuff, right? Almost like the hydroplane, H1 hydroplane boat racing, where the capsules now are designed to where if the boat flips, the capsule will break away and come off, and it's got oxygen and watertight compartment. And 9 out of 10 times, then people survive 300-mile-an-hour flips because of the new capsules in the boats. Right? So, all right, I will be back with more news. We might do some more Delphi stuff. Right? People just can't believe Richard Allen's guilty. Well, I don't blame him. But until they find other stuff, right, that Richard Allen's one of them. You folks have a great day. I'll be back.